I love this comment. I truly do. So let's discuss it, okay? I believe the Miss Independent Woman thing swung way too far on the pendulum years ago, and ultimately, independent women took on so much masculine energy. We emasculated men. Now, I truly desire a masculine man, but if I am so independent, I don't need a man, well then you're going to keep men away from you, right? And so I am learning that fine line, that dance, that balance of being driven and ambitious and independent, because I think that's sexy. I think independence is sexy. However, I have to create space for that masculine man that I ultimately desire, because otherwise, taking on so much independence, men don't feel like men. Men are, that innate desire behind them is to provide and safety and security, right, men? I would love to hear you chime in. So women, if you truly want that masculine man, that yin and yang in a relationship, it's okay to be independent, but it's okay to bring your guard down to create space for him to take over too.
Last time I was single, I was 24 and the dating pool was everyone. And now it's like a shallow puddle of age-appropriate men who are old and gross, and I don't want to do that.
Guys, in this video, I'll talk about the main reason why guys don't want to talk to these women. I've noticed that older single women have gone through a lot more disappointment, trauma, and heartbreak. I still have a lot of unresolved problems. For whatever reason, women seem to be less contemplative than men. For instance, after a divorce, males frequently examine themselves and identify both their own mistakes as well as those of their ex-spouse that they would like to avoid in the future. Women frequently place all the responsibility for a broken marriage on the men. Then, without ever acknowledging their part in the problematic situation, they build a wall and carry it into the next relationships, acting and behaving the same way. If not worse than before, again, the relationship collapses. But they refuse to earn their mistakes and continue to place all the responsibility on the man, each time she grows more closed off and resentful, until she is essentially a bundle of unresolved trauma and resentments. She takes all of these into the subsequent situation and makes the next man pay for the mistakes of the prior ones. She also grows more insecure as she gets older, since she realizes that younger women are now her competitors, and that her window of opportunity for dating is closing. Add to that the fact that there are fewer and fewer men available finally, she is unlikely to have realized or accepted that dating dynamics and rules in middle age are very different from those in her 20s. It is quite challenging to date them as a result of all of these factors, but it doesn't mean older women aren't a viable alternative for older guys. They also possess admirable traits. Experience is important. Older women are usually more calm and don't worry as much about small things as younger women do. They have an advantage over younger women because they can relate to them and share their worldview. Their knowledge of what matters most makes relationships with them more efficient, like cutting the fat off a steak. They also tend to have less inhibitions and be more sexually open. They are financially independent. They've been through hard times and are better able to handle them now that they've learned to be more patient and see things from a bigger picture. So what are some benefits of meeting younger women? It's hard to get her to let go of the first so you can enjoy the second. They can be as set in their ways as older men, making it nearly impossible to change them. All of this is on top of the usual problems women have, like low self-esteem, problems with their body image, mental problems, and personality problems. She also has to deal with her children's father, who may take a back seat to them in general. On top of that, she still has children at home, who present yet another challenge. Because of this, the older man often chooses not to wait for her, help her solve these problems, or even just put up with them. We have a lot more choices that will work. In the end, I met my most recent ex-girlfriend when I was 42. She was 28. I might look a little better than average. I'm not rich. I'm 55 years old. I could really marry and date women between the ages of 35 and 55. Women in that age range are also interested in me. A woman my age can't say that she won't have a brief connection with a much younger guy, but it's very unlikely that they will ever think about getting married or even just having a serious long-term relationship. Even so, why would the man handle her problems from his point of view and with the choices he has? If she has problems, why not just let her deal with them? Pay for the damage that other men did to her. It's too bad, because dating an older woman who has worked through her problems should be like slipping into a comfortable pair of pajamas. It should be a sexual and emotional haven. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen very often. Men will always love a sporty new car, but older men still respect a reliable sedan's value. The problem comes when the sedan needs as much or more maintenance, money, and problems than the sports car. Why didn't he just buy the sports car? Think about that, and that's all for today.